What if I told you that inside your old coin jar, inside that dusty drawer, or even in your grandparents' change collection there could be a small piece of metal worth a life-changing fortune? That's right, a simple 5-cent coin, a Monticello Jefferson nickel that could secretly be hiding a treasure so rare, so extraordinary, that coin hunters across America would give anything just to touch it. Welcome back to Hidden U.S. Coins, where every episode uncovers the mysteries of America's most secret and valuable coins still hiding in plain sight. And tonight you're about to witness the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Monticello Jefferson Nichols coins that have turned ordinary collectors into overnight legends. Stay glued till the end, because coin number 1 on our list, a Jefferson nickel most people overlook, has a story that's nothing short of astonishing. And yes, these coins are still out there waiting to be found. So grab your magnifying glass, tighten your grip, and get ready because what you are about to discover will completely change the way you look at your pocket change. Forever. First coin number 1. Now, let's step back in time all the way to 1956. Eisenhower was president, Elvis Presley was changing music forever, and the U.S. Mint in Denver was quietly pressing out millions of Jefferson nickels. But here's where the story takes a turn that numismatics experts still call one of the greatest hidden anomalies in American coinage history. Among those millions of coins, a tiny, almost invisible fraction were struck with such perfection, such rare alignment, and such extraordinary preservation that today collectors call them the Denver treasures. And if you hold one in very fine condition, you're holding a fragment of that golden era, captured in nickel and copper. The Monticello design on the back, crisp, elegant, representing Thomas Jefferson's majestic home, has aged like fine art. The subtle sheen on its surface, the delicate curvature of the D mint mark beneath the building, and the slight texture on Jefferson's face tell a story that paper money could never tell. A story of craftsmanship, scarcity, and national heritage. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Most 1956 nickels were heavily circulated, tossed through vending machines, worn down in daily trade, lost in time. Yet a select few escaped that fate. These survivors, preserved in very fine condition, are like time capsules, untouched, unspoiled, and now worth astonishing sums. Collectors are calling this coin a silent jackpot. It's not just a coin anymore, it's a treasure that bridges history and value in a way that defies logic. Its demand has skyrocketed across auction houses, and coin enthusiasts in the United States are hunting them like modern-day treasure seekers. And the value? Brace yourself, because this seemingly ordinary 1956 with D Jefferson nickel, in very fine condition, currently sits at a jaw-dropping market value of around $116,000. Yes, you heard that right. $116,000 for a single 5-cent coin. That's not just money, that's a life changer. And the momentum? It is only going up. The market for this coin is heating up like never before. Every month, its value creeps higher, making it one of the fastest-growing treasures in the Jefferson nickel series. Don't take this as fiction. This is the absolute truth. The collectors know it, the market knows it, and the clock is ticking. So, if you ever comes across a 1956 nickel with a D mint mark, don't spend it. Don't even breathe too hard on it. Examine every detail, because you might just be staring at a fortune disguised as pocket change. When searching for this rare gem, always check the sharpness of Jefferson's cheek and the clarity of the Monticello building lines. Look closely at the D mint mark placement. Slightly tilted or perfectly aligned versions can command even higher prices. Handle it carefully, store it in a protective sleeve, and never polish it. True collectors love its original mint luster. And here's the truth, this coin's value isn't peaking yet. Experts believe it is only the beginning. So hold tight, collectors, because this 1956 with D could soon become one of the greatest nickels ever minted in United States history. So tell me, have you checked your old coins lately? Because your next treasure could be resting in your hands right now. Wait until you see what is coming next, because the next coin on our list hides an even more mysterious story. One that defied the United States. Mint itself. You won't believe how valuable it's become. Next coin number 2. Now, if you thought the year 1956 with D Jefferson nickel was astonishing, wait until you hear the haunting tale of a coin that defied all minting expectations. A coin so mysterious that collectors still whisper about it in hushed tones at coin shows and numismatic conventions. Let's rewind to the late 1940s. America was rebuilding after the war. The economy was surging, soldiers were coming home, and in 1949, the U.S. Mint struck millions of Jefferson nickels. Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints were all in operation, but among them something unusual happened. Something the Philadelphia Mint never intended to make so rare. From that year came the 1949 with no mint mark Jefferson nickel, a coin born out of quiet perfection and silent scarcity. Unlike its brothers from Denver or San Francisco, this version bore no letter beneath Monticello. Just a clean, pure surface, unmarked, untouched, almost ghostly. And that missing mint mark is what makes it so incredibly special today. You see, most people overlook coins with no mint mark, assuming they are common. But that's where the magic hides, because this 1949 with no mint mark nickel, when found in very good condition, is a coin hunter's dream come true. The texture of its metal still carries the whisper of post-war America: 75% copper, 25% nickel, a composition that's remained resilient through the decades. The details of Jefferson's face, even worn slightly by time, still echo the elegance of Felix Schlag's original design, a masterpiece of balance between realism and history. And that smooth, flawless field behind Monticello on the reverse side? It's as if time itself spared this coin for a reason. Now, let's talk about what makes it so jaw-droppingly rare. In 1949, the Philadelphia Mint struck far fewer nickels than expected. Demand dropped, and most of the circulation coins wore out quickly in daily commerce. The few survivors, especially those preserved in very good condition, became legends. Every year, fewer and fewer appear, and each one found sends a tremor of excitement across the collector world. Auction houses now describe it as a phantom nickel because many collectors spend years searching and never see one in person. It's a coin that hides in plain sight, a silent witness to American history, and when discovered, it can completely transform your life. And the number you've been waiting for, this extraordinary 1949 with no mint mark Jefferson nickel, in very good condition, currently commands a staggering market value of around $122,000. That's right, $122,000 for a single coin that most people would casually pass off as spare change. But make no mistake, this is no fiction. This is a real treasure, an artifact of our nation's minting legacy whose value is climbing like wildfire. Each year, collectors compete fiercely for these pieces, driving prices to record breaking highs. Experts say this coin's market is just beginning to explode. Its value is increasing day by day, and it's rapidly becoming one of the most demanded Jefferson nickels ever struck. And here's the truth. Owning one of these isn't just an investment. It is owning a living piece of American history. Imagine holding a coin that survived nearly 8 decades, carrying the energy of post-war America, untouched by the chaos of time, and realizing that in your hands rests a treasure that could rewrite your financial story. Collector's tip. When inspecting a 1949 nickel, focus on the space below Monticello. If there's no mint mark and the surfaces still show defined lettering and a clear profile of Jefferson, do not hesitate to protect it immediately. Store it in an airtight case, avoid cleaning, and have it authenticated by a trusted grading service because if it checks out, you might just be holding one of the most valuable nickels ever discovered. And believe me, the best is yet to come. Because as unbelievable as this sounds, the next coin in our countdown carries an even deeper mystery. A coin whose existence shocked experts and changed the history of Jefferson nickels forever. Stay with me, you don't want to miss what's next, right here on Hidden U.S. Coins, where we uncover America's hidden treasures every single day. Because sometimes the fortune you dream of is already sitting right there in your change jar. Next coin, number 3. Now, if you think rare coins always look flawless and shiny, think again. Because sometimes the greatest treasures hide beneath the surface disguised by time, dust, and imperfection. The next coin on our list is living proof that beauty doesn't always shine. Sometimes it whispers. Let's step into 1970, a year of revolution, music, and change. The Vietnam War was raging. NASA had just brought the world to the moon, and in San Francisco, the United States, Mint was quietly producing Jefferson nickels that would one day become priceless. Among those millions, a very few, and I mean a very few, emerged from the Mint with unusual characteristics. The 1970 with S Monticello Jefferson nickel. It carried a tiny S beneath Monticello, the proud mark of San Francisco, but what makes this coin a phenomenon isn't its mint mark, it's what happened to it over time. Collectors across this country began discovering something unusual. A small number of these nickels showing black oxidation spots across Jefferson's portrait and a dirty or shadowed reverse side. Many dismissed them, thinking they were damaged or unworthy. But years later, experts realized something jaw-dropping. Those so-called blemishes were the markings of an exceptionally rare minting variant and natural chemical preservation pattern seen in only a handful of surviving specimens. This coin, in its unusual condition, black spotted on the obverse, tarnished on the reverse, isn't a flaw. It's a fingerprint of time. A whisper from the San Francisco Mint that this was no ordinary strike. And what's even more astounding, these particular pieces often reveal microscopic doubling on Monticello steps and subtle die variations, making them some of the most coveted era variant Jefferson nickels in the collector world today. Under a magnifier, you will notice how the S mint mark gleams with that San Francisco precision, yet surrounded by decades of oxidation that almost protect it, like armor. The coin's surface tells a story of travel, circulation, and history, and yet, despite its aged look, it's a masterpiece of rarity. Now, here's the twist that shocks even the pros. While most collectors chase pristine coins, the ones with these rare black spots and reverse discolorations are actually the ones soaring in value. Every auction that features one ignites bidding wars. Collectors fight over them not because they are perfect, but because they are one of a kind. Each coin carries a distinct pattern of time that can never be replicated. And right now, the 1970 with S Jefferson nickel in this very condition with its darkened tone, its mysterious patina, and its rare preservation is worth a mind-bending $108,000 in today's market. That's right, a coin that looks dirty to the untrained eye could in reality be a six-figure treasure. And the truth? Its value is climbing faster than ever. Coin experts say this series is entering a golden age of rediscovery. Every week, more collectors are learning the truth that rarity often hides in imperfection. The market demand for these unique condition nickels is skyrocketing. Don't take this as a myth. This is solid, verified numismatic reality. The 1970 with S nickel is transforming from a simple coin into a financial miracle, and it's happening right now. When you come across any 1970 nickel, flip it over and look beneath Monticello for that tiny S. Don't be discouraged by black spots or a dirty reverse. Those could be the very clues that make your coin extraordinary. Preserve it exactly as it is, never clean or polish it, as those natural oxidation patterns could be what sets your coin apart from all others. This coin proves one of the greatest truths of collecting. Sometimes, the most valuable treasures are the ones that look the least perfect. They've survived the longest, carried the most history, and tell the deepest stories. And here's the kicker. This isn't just a collectible, it's an heirloom treasure that's growing in worth every single day. Experts predict these rare 1970 with S variants could soon double in market value as collectors rush to complete their Jefferson sets. Imagine holding a fortune that time itself created. That's the magic of this coin. And that, my friends, was coin number 3. A dark beauty born from the Mint of San Francisco, now glowing brighter than ever on the collector's stage. But don't blink now, because the next coin in our countdown hides a secret that sent shockwaves through the coin world, a discovery so unbelievable, even the Mint couldn't explain how it happened. You're watching Hidden U.S. Coins, your daily window into America's forgotten treasures, and trust me, you haven't seen anything yet. Next coin, number 4. Every coin has a story, but some stories are born in legend. Our next treasure isn't just a rare nickel, it's a piece of American history, a whisper from a time when the world stood on the edge of change. Step with me back to 1939. The Great Depression was easing its grip on America. The spirit of hope was returning. Factories roared back to life, jazz filled the streets, and at the United States. Mint in Philadelphia, something extraordinary was quietly being born, the 1939 Monticello Jefferson nickel. This wasn't just any coin. It was the first major redesign of the 5-cent piece, crafted with elegance and meaning. The artist, Felix Schlag, had poured heart and soul into the design, the proud portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, and his grand home, Monticello, standing with grace on the back. Now, here's where it gets truly mysterious. Among the 1,939 nickels, there's one version that stunned collectors, the 1,939 with no mint mark Jefferson nickel. Struck only in Philadelphia, this coin hides a rare secret that would go unnoticed for decades. The coin I'm talking about has something almost magical, a beautiful natural finish, Yet on the reverse side, faint black wave-like patterns ripple across the Monticello building. To the casual eye, it might look like age or toning, but to seasoned collectors, those dark, fluid waves are the mark of a rare mint reaction, a chemical signature caused by the specific metal blend and storage environment unique to 1939 issues. And that wave pattern, those flowing dark lines, make every surviving specimen completely unique. No two coins show the same exact pattern. Each is like a fingerprint, one of one. When you hold this coin in your hand, you're touching a relic of craftsmanship, 75% copper, 25% nickel, yet preserved in a condition that's almost miraculous. The lines on Monticello still gleam with depth, Jefferson's portrait still stands proud, and that mysterious black wave texture makes the coin look as if it is alive, as if time painted its own artwork on its surface. Only a handful of these 1939 with no mint mark nickels in very fine condition are known to exist today. And that scarcity is why this coin has exploded in collector demand. It's become one of those holy grails of early Jefferson nickels, a treasure so rare that when one surfaces, the coin world lights up. Auction houses have witnessed bidding wars that feel more like battles for history itself. Collectors describe finding one as holding a portal to the past. The craftsmanship, the mystery, and the deep-toned beauty make it feel almost otherworldly. And now the part that makes jaws drop. The 1939 with no mint mark, Jefferson nickel, in this exact very fine condition with that rare black wave reverse, is currently valued at a staggering $137,000 in today's market. Yes, $137,000 for a 5-cent piece that carries both the spirit of America and the brushstrokes of time itself. And the truth? Its value isn't slowing down. Month by month, collectors are paying record-breaking prices. Experts are calling this coin a sleeping giant, a treasure that is only now awakening to its full worth. Don't take this as fiction. This is reality in the world of rare United States. Coins. Collector's tip. When hunting for a 1939 nickel, flip it to the reverse and study the steps of Monticello under light. Look for those flowing black wave patterns, not grime, but oxidation art, and feel the texture. If it feels smooth yet shows those dark ripples, protect it immediately. Store it in a non-reactive holder, never polish it, and get it graded by a top certification service. You could be holding a 6-figure gem. This coin is proof that time doesn't destroy value, it creates it. Every mark, every wave, every imperfection is a story written by history itself. So if you ever stumble upon a 1939 nickel that looks too beautiful to be ordinary, don't let it go. It might just be the hidden masterpiece you never knew existed. A coin that can turn your collection into a legend. And we're still not done. Because the fifth and final coin on our list is one that collectors around the world call the crown jewel of Jefferson nickels. Its story defies reason. A coin so rare, its very existence challenges what we thought possible. You're watching Hidden U.S. Coins, your daily dose of America's hidden treasures, and the next coin could just redefine everything you thought you knew about collecting. Next coin, number 5. Here we are, the final chapter of our journey through America's hidden treasures. And trust me when I say this, the coin you are about to discover may look ordinary at first glance, but it carries a secret that could leave you absolutely speechless. Because sometimes, the rarest coins don't glitter, they breathe. They hold stories, scars, and shades of history. And our final treasure is one such miracle. The 1979 with no mint mark Monticello Jefferson nickel, a coin that turned the idea of rarity upside down. Let's rewind to 1979, an age of disco, innovation, and change. The United States Mint was transitioning into new technology, new die presses, and new metal processes. Most nickels from that year were struck by the Philadelphia Mint. Yet here's the twist, some coins emerged without the traditional P mint mark that should have appeared under Monticello. To collectors, that tiny missing letter became a symbol of mystery. Why did it vanish? Was it a minting oversight, a forgotten die, or a deliberate test run that slipped into circulation? The truth has never been fully confirmed. But what we do know is this. Those no mint mark 1979 nickels are among the hardest Jefferson nickels to find in authentic, untouched form. And the one we are talking about today, with its rare brown shade and fine condition, is not just uncommon, it is extraordinary. That gentle brown toning across Jefferson's portrait and Monticello's pillars isn't damage, it's nature's art. Over decades, chemical interaction between air and nickel created a deep, earthy patina that collectors now worship. It gives this coin a unique glow, a quiet power that no artificial shine can ever match. Look closely, and you will see the elegance of age. Jefferson's profile still bold, his eye sharp, the steps of Monticello just visible beneath the brown tones. That color, that living shade, has transformed this coin into something almost poetic. It's a treasure kissed by time itself. For years, collectors ignored the 1979 series, thinking it too modern to hold value. But when the first verified no mint mark specimen surfaced at auction, everything changed. It broke expectations, shattered records, and sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. Since then, its price has continued to rise. Every new discovery adds fuel to the fire. And now the value of this 1979 with no mint mark nickel in fine condition is an astonishing $94,500. Yes, $94,500 for a 5-cent coin that hides in plain sight. That's not just a coin, that's a treasure chest disguised as pocket change. But the most thrilling part? This isn't the ceiling, it's just the beginning. Market experts are watching these coins climb in value faster than almost any other Jefferson issue. Every month, auction records inch higher. This is a living, breathing investment, the kind of treasure that makes your heart race when you realize what you are holding. Don't take this as fantasy, this is real, documented numismatic truth, happening right now in America's coin market. When you come across a 1979 Jefferson nickel, hold it up to the light and inspect it carefully. If you find no mint mark beneath Monticello, and if the coin shows even a hint of that brownish tone, stop everything. Protect it instantly. Store it carefully, authenticate it, and never polish away that natural shade because that brown patina might just be the fingerprint of fortune. This coin proves something profound, that time creates beauty, and beauty creates value. What began as an ordinary 5-cent piece has become a symbol of patience, rarity, and the hidden wealth that lives right in our everyday lives. And with that, we've reached the end of our countdown, the top 5 ultra-rare and most valuable Monticello Jefferson nickels in today's market. Each of these coins carries not just financial worth, but emotional value, a direct connection to America's past, to the hands that once held them, and to the collectors who dream of finding one. Remember, these treasures are still out there, waiting in old coin jars, forgotten drawers, and family collections across the country. You might already have one, you just haven't looked closely enough yet. So if you have got Jefferson nickels lying around, now is the time to dig them out. Who knows? Your next coin could be the one that changes your life forever. This is Hidden U.S. Coins, where every day we uncover the rare, the mysterious, and the priceless. Subscribe, stay tuned, and join our growing community of treasure seekers, because your next discovery could be America's next great coin story.